Good morning everyone. So in the previous day we can explain the basics of chapter number 1. So chapter number 1, it is the real number. So today we will discuss the more thing about the chapter number 1, it is the real number. So last time we can discuss about the Euclid division lemma. So in a Euclid division lemma we can explain that is a method that will be find out by the one of the mathematician Euclides. So we can also discuss about the HCF. So HCF means you can already know that will be the highest common factor. So today we will discuss the more thing about the Euclid's division lemma. So lemma we will already discuss that is a one kind of the proven statement that will be used for prove to the another statement. So in that we have the one formula. We can also discuss that formula in the previous lecture. So dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So our exercise number 1.1, that is totally depend on that formula. So you must remember that formula, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So we can take the one example. So from that example you can easily get the idea about how can we use that formula in our example. So for that we can take the one example from our exercise number 1.1. So in our exercise number 1.1, the question number 1, it is a use Euclid's division algorithm to find the HCF of 135 and 225. So here we have two numbers actually. First number it is a 135 and second it is a 225. So actually we need to find the HCF of two number. So it means what? We can find by using the Euclid method. If we use the simple method which you learn in the previous standard, so we can also get that same. Clear? In both cases we can get the same answer. So now how can we apply that Euclid division algorithm to find the HCF of two different number? So let's explain how can we find the HCF by using Euclid's algorithm. So for that, so here we clearly say that 225 it is greater than 135. So we have a two number. So first we can decide out of two number whether it is greater. So out of these two number clearly we can see that 225 it is greater than 135. So now, so we can divide lesser number with bigger number. So it is our dividend. So here we can write dividend and that is our divisor. Now we can divide. So here we can clearly see that 135 ones are 135 and 135 twos are, let's be fine, 135 twos are, it will be 5 twos are 10. So we have 0. 1 it is our remainder, 1 is our carry, 3 twos are 6 plus 1 7 and 2 ones are 2. So it is greater 270. So here we can start 135 ones are. So 135 ones are, it will be 135. So we can get 5 minus 5, it will be 0. Next 2 minus 3, so here we have a 12. So 12 minus 3, it will be 9. And here we can get 1 minus 1, 0. So it will be 90. So that is our quotient and that is our remainder. So now here we can write 225 is equal to, so here dividend will be 225. Now what is our divisor? So it will be 135. Now multiply, so here we put multiply sign. Now which is our quotient? It will be 1 plus, here we have a plus sign, so here we also put the plus sign. Next, what is our remainder? Here we get 90 as our remainder. So actually we can write 225, it is in like that form. 135 ones are 135. 135 plus 90. So we can get 225. Now once again we have 135. It will be divided with 90. So here we can start. 90 ones are 90 and 92s are, it will be 180. So 180 is greater than 135. So here we can start. 90 ones are 90. So here we put 5. Here we have a 13. So 13 minus 9, it will be 4, and here we have a 0. So it will be 40. After getting that division, here we can write like that. 135 is equal to. So here what is our divisor? It will be 90. What is our quotient? It will be 1 plus. And what is our remainder? It will be 45. So here once again we can write 135 is equal to 90 into 1 plus 45. Once again we can divide 90 is equal to. Now 90 is divided with our remainder. So here we can write like that. 90 is divided with 45. So 45 ones are 45 and 45 twos are, we can get 90. So remainder it will be 0 0. So here we can write 90 is equal to divisor into quotient. So what is our divisor here? 45 into what is our quotient? It will be 2 plus, and what is our remainder? Now we can get 0 0. So after getting a remainder as a 0, here we do not require to further division. So now we can finally find out what is the LCM between 135 and 225. So after getting 0, so before we get what is our remainder, we can get the remainder as a 45. So 45 is our HCF between 225 and 135. So here we can write like that. HCF of 135 comma 225 is equal to, what is our answer? It will be 45. So it is a procedure to complete that sum by using the Euclid division algorithm. So if we use the another method, which is a simply method, we can discuss about in the previous lecture, so we can get the same answer. You can do it yourself at your home. So now we have the second sum. So in a second sum, it will be once again we have the same procedure. Euclid's division algorithm to find out the HCF between 196 and 38,220. So here which is greater number? 300 and 220 is greater than 196. So here once again, first of all, we are using that formula. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So here what is our dividend? 38,220, and what is our divisor? It will be 196. So first of all we can start with 38,220 is equal to. So first of all we can perform the division. So 196 is divided with 38,220. So first of all we can start with 196 ones are 196. We can also find out 196 twos are. So 6 twos are, it will be 12. So here we can get 1 as our carry. 9 twos are 18. 18 plus 1, so it will be 19. Once again we can get the carry 1. 2 ones are 2 plus 1, so it will be 392. So here we can clearly see that our first 3 digit it will be 382, and here we can get 392. So it is greater. So we can start with 196 ones are 196. So here we can perform the subtraction. So 2 minus 6 it will be 12. So 12 minus 6 it will be 6. Here we have a 7. So 17. So 17 minus 9. So it will be 8. So now it will be 2. So 2 minus 1, it will be 1. Now here we have a next digit, it will be 2. So here we have a 1862. So we can check 196. We can start with 9s because it is a very greater digit, and we can know that 196 tens it will be 1960. So here we can start with 9. So 6 9s it will be 54. So here we have a 5. Now 9 9s it will be 81. So 81 plus 5, so it will be 86. So here we have a 8 as our carry. Then 9 1s are 9. 9 plus 8, so it will be 17. So it is a lesser digit compared to that. So here we can perform once again subtraction. So 2, so it will be 12. 12 minus 4, so it will be 8. Here we have a 5, so once again 15. 15 minus 6, so it will be 9. Now 7, so 7 minus 7 0. 1 minus 1, it will be once again 0. Now last digit, it will be 0. So now we can check 196. We can check with 5s. So 6 5s it will be 30. So here we have a 3. 9 5s are 45. 45 plus 3, 48. So we have a 4 as a carry. 5 1s are 5 plus 4, so it will be 9. So it will be 980. Here we can also get the 980. So here first of all, also we can write here 9s. So here we can write 9. Then 196 5s. So 980. So here we have a 0 0 0. So now finally we get 0 as our remainder. So how can we write like that? So first of all, same formula. Dividend is equal to, here we can also once again write dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So what is our divisor now? It will be 196. What is our quotient? It will be 195. And what is our remainder? It will be 0. So here in the first step we can directly get the 0. So what is its HCF? So its HCF is actually our smaller number, because in the first stage we can directly get 0 as our remainder. So HCF of 196 38,220 is equal to 196. So it is the same sum as our question number 1, but in the very early stage we can directly get 0 as our remainder, and in a first term we have the number of step. So it is depend on that. We can directly get in the first step, or we also we can directly get the number of stage. It is depend on the sum, which kind we have a sum. And now last sum, 867 and 225. So it is a very similar sum to that. So you can directly do it with your homework. Now from exercise number 1.1 we have our question number 2. So question number 2, 4 and 5. It is actually the proof sum from the Euclid's algorithm, and remaining all sum, that will be, we need to find the HCF by using the Euclid's method. So how can we perform the proof sum? So for a proof sum we have the same procedure and the same formula. We have the same formula like that. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So here we have the same formula. In that, first of all we read the question. Show that any positive odd integer. Which kind of integer they are talking about? It is a odd integer. So odd number, actually it is odd number, like 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. So prove that any positive odd integer, it is always in a form of 6 cube plus 1 or 6 cube plus 3. So here we give 6 cube plus 1, 6 cube plus 3 and 6 cube plus 5. So if we compare that our formula, so how, first of all, So for that we can write, let it will be any kind of the integer, positive integer. We can we can take a is on our positive integer and b is equal to 6. So how can we get the b is equal to 6? So for that, here they are saying that what, any positive integer, it will be in like that form. So if we compare with that our formula, so divisor into quotient, so here in each time you can see that divisor it will be 6 6 6. So that's why we can take b is equal to 6. Now so we can write a is equal to, let's take dividend is equal to a, because we can assume a. Then what is our divisor? It will be 6. So here we can write 6. Then what is our q? Q means quotient, so it will be q plus remainder. So remainder. Now first of all, here we can put, so here we have one more condition like that, a is equal to bq plus r and 0 less than or equal to r less than equal to b. So that condition is very important in our that sum. So that condition we can already discuss in our last lecture. In the last lecture I have an algorithm like that. Sometime we can also write like that, c is equal to dq plus r. Both are same. If we are using c is equal to dq plus r, or also we can write a is equal to bq plus r. Nothing will be changed. Change is what? We can change the different kinds of the number. So for that, now we can start our sum. So first of all, we can put, so what is the value of b? It will be 6. So here we can write like that, 0 less than r less than 6. So what is the number between 0 and 6? It will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So between these two we have the how many number? 0 to 5. So first of all, r is equal to, we can consider as a 0. So in the first case, r is equal to 0. So for a is equal to, what is b? We can already decide that 6, and q it will be same, and r it will be 0. Now here if quotient is 1, we don't know about the what is our quotient, but we can start, they are already talking about positive integer. So we can start with positive, it's always start from 1. So if our q is equal to 1, so 6q, here we have a 6q, so it will be 6q is equal to 6 into 1. So what will we get the answer? It will be 6. Now if we put q is equal to 2, so it will be 12. And if we put q is equal to 3, so we can get 18. So it will be like in a 6 table. 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, like that. So each time we can get which kind of the number? It will be even number. See, that is even number or not? 6, 12, 18. So if we divide any of the number with that, so in this case we can get always even number. Now we can put r is equal to 1. So if we put r is equal to 1, so here we can write like that, 6 cube plus 1. So now 6 here once again 6, we can put q is equal to 1. So 6 1s are 6, 6 plus 1, so 7. Then if we put q is equal to 2, so 6 2s are 12, 12. So 12 plus 1, so it will be 13. So in each case we can get the odd number like 7, 13. So here we can get odd number. Now consider 2. So if we put r is equal to 2, so a is equal to 6 cube plus 2. So once again same, 6 1s are 6. So here we can get 6 plus 2. So answer is 8. Now if we put 2, so 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 2 it will be 14. So once again we have an even number. So in each case we can get which kind of the number? Even number. Now we will put 3. So here we can put r is equal to 3. So in a same case, if we put r is equal to 3, so a is equal to 6 cube plus 3. Now once again if q is equal to 1, so 6 ones are 6 plus 3. So 6 plus 3 it will be 9. And if we put q is equal to 2, so 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 3, so it will be 15. So how can we get the number like 9, 15 like that? So these all are in the odd number. Next case, if we put r is equal to 4, so a is equal to 6 cube plus 4. So now if we put q is equal to 1, so 6 ones are 6, 6 plus 4 it will be 10. If we put q is equal to 2, so 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 4 it will be 16. So here in each case we can get which kind of the number? Even number. And our last case 5. So r is equal to 5. So a is equal to 6 cube plus 5. Now once again we can check. If we put 6 cube plus 5, if q is equal to 1, so 6 ones are 6, 6 plus 5 it will be 11. If we put 2, so 6 2s are plus 5, so 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 5 17. So these both it will be the odd number. So in each case we can get which kind of the number? Odd number. So in these three cases, see that first, then it is second, and then it is third. So if we have the which kind of integer? Odd integer. Odd means 1 3 5 7 like that. So if we put r is equal to 1 or 3 or 5 means odd number. So in that case we can get which kind of the answer? Odd integers. So it is proved now. Okay, if we put any of the positive odd integer, so it is always in a which kind of the form? 6 cube plus 1, 6 cube plus 1, or 6 cube plus 3, or 6 cube plus 5. So last we can write like that sentence, hence any positive integer is in a form of 6 cube plus 1 or 6 cube plus 3 or 6 cube plus 5. So it is very easy. If we know the basic concept of that, so we can easily get the answer of that question. So here you must one thing you must remember that how can we decide the value of b. So in that case, if here we can compare that number 6 6 6, so here we can decide b is equal to 6. So and our condition b and remainder is always between 0 and b. So it is between 0 and 6. So we can get 0 to 5 because it is a less than 6. So here we cannot consider 6. We can take only the 0 to 5 number. Then we will put. So we have the same two sum in question number 4 and question number 5. We have the same method like that. And we have also to solve sum. It is also a similar method. So now we can discuss our next sum. It is our question number 3. In a question number 3, first of all we can read that question. One, we have an army contingent of 616 members. So we have one army group. So in army group we have how many members? 616 members. In that 616 member is march. So if you see the march, we can see the march on at Delhi Fort at on 15 on our Independence Day. So in that we can see that the army group is marching on the road. So they have the column is fixed. How many columns is fixed, and one member is behind that. So we have one group, but group is same number of row and same number of column. So here they are saying that what, how many member, total member it is 616. So march behind an army band of 32 members. So we have one band. You can see that band that are playing on our national song. So one of the army band, we have how many members? 32 members. So 32 member in a parade, the two groups are to be marched. But it means what? We have one group of 32 member. Similarly, we have the 32 group another member. So we have the total, it will be 64 member. They are marching in a road. So they are asking what? Two group are to be marched in the same number of column. Means number of column is fixed. Now they are not saying that the row is fixed, but column is fixed. Column means what? Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And member is also fixed. In a one group, how many member? 32 member. So we can arrange 32 member in a fixed number of column. Same number of column. So what is the maximum number of column? So we can get how many numbers of column? So we can arrange this member into the same column. So 616 member, we can divide the 32 group. So they have the same number of columns. So it means what? It is very easy, that the meaning of that, it will be we need to find the HCF. So if we find the HCF of that 2, so we can get what is that the maximum number of column. So for that, so which is a greater number out of 2? That will be always 616. So and 616 is greater than 32. So here once again we have the same formula. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So what is our dividend now? 616. Now 616 is divided with 32. So here we can write like that, 662, that will be divided with 32. So here 32 ones are 32. 32 twos are, it will be 64. So here we have a 61. So we can start with 1. So 32 ones are 32. So here we have a 11. So 11 minus 2, it will be 9. And here we have a 5. So 5 minus 3, it will be 2. So here we get 29 as our answer. Now one more digit come from the top, so it will be 6. Now we 32 tens, it will be 320. So we can start with 9s. 32 9s. So 9 2s, it will be 18. 9 3s are 27. 9 2s are 18. 9 3s are 27. 27 plus 1, so it will be 28. So it will be 288. So 16 minus 8, it will be 8. Now here we have a 8. So 8 minus 8, 0. And 2 minus 2, once again 0. So 616 we can write like that, 32 into 11 plus, so here 616 is divided with 32. So we can get 11 as our quotient. 11 is our as quotient. And what is our remainder? 8. So once again 32, we can write that 32 here, and it will be divided with 8. So 8 divide is 32. So 8 4s are 32. So it will be 0, 0. So here we can write, what is divisor? 8. What is quotient? 4. And what is our remainder? 0. So it means what? Before the 0, what is our remainder before that? It will be 8. So we have the how many that group? So HCF of 616, 32, it will be 8. So it means what? We have the 8 group which contain the 32 member in each group. They are marching in a one they are marching in the one containment. So here we can write like that, maximum number of column is it will be 8. So that is